All right, welcome to another episode of the Overserved podcast. I'm here. I'm Rich.
I'm here as well.
That's Joe.
Hi, guys.
This is our third episode. We've made some changes. I'm sure that you've noticed. Joe nailed it. He's like, I think we need to put something up that looks cool instead of just the black, the black drapes. Yeah, the curtains that I stole off of the sheets of.
I really wanted to go with that VCR drawer, you
Yep.
know, where you store the VHS tapes, you know, where, you know, Debbie Does Dallas and all those tapes used to be where your dad hit them.
I don't know if those are the ones that.
Five Will Goes West, my bad, in Labyrinth.
Definitely
Yeah,
Five
yeah,
Will Goes
Five
West.
Will Goes West.
Definitely
Yeah.
Five Will Goes West. Not Debbie Does Dallas.
What about Dinner Party 2?
Is that an actual porno?
Yeah, that is a porno.
Is that?
It's Dinner Party 2.
Everybody knows Debbie Does Dallas. I've heard of Debbie Does Dallas. I've never heard of Dinner Party or Dinner Party 2.
A friend of mine has a copy of it on VHS still.
Is Dinner Party, I'm assuming because it's a dinner party, we're starting this off with a bang. A gangbang.
Okay, the chicken's juicy. Come on in. Yeah.
Try the roast beef. It's dripping. So I assume that that's a gangbang then.
I'm sure it is. I've actually never seen it. I've seen the tape, but I've never actually watched the video.
Ask. I don't know if that's a real wink or
It's
not.
not a real wink. I've never seen the video.
Ask AI. I don't know what AI you use. I use Grok.
Google, man. I'm like,
Ask it for a synopsis of the adult film
Dinner Party?
Dinner Party 2. Because now I want to know if it's...
Dinner Party 2, pornographic movie. Pick my phone.
Or go on the internet.
Dad, we're hungry. Google something, guys. Fuck.
Oh, he's already got dinner on his phone. Oh, my God. What's she doing with that turkey leg, Daddy?
Well, we can't. I'm doing talk to text, and it's just not working out right now. Hold on a second. Give me a second. Dinner Party 2, pornographic movie on VHS. Dinner Party 2, The Buffet.
The Buffet?
Yeah, 1996, a graphic adult film released on VHS featuring Stephanie Swift, if she's still alive, Lisa Ann, and Sophia for
Lisa Ann?
Lisa Ann. You sound like you know her.
Dude, Lisa Ann's been in the industry for a minute.
Well, it started in 96, so this might be it's a deeper dive. That sounds like a double entendre. Yeah. Dinner Party 2, 1996, VHS. It's still funny, dude. Runtime, 52 minutes. Dude, you ain't skipping scenes. You got to watch the whole thing.
You either fast forward it, so then it goes hyperspeed.
This is an adult film, not to be confused with House Party 2, 1991. Dude, can you imagine going to Blockbuster and, hey, Dad, get Dinner Party 2 or get wrong movie shows up at the house. Family sits down to watch. You're like, that's weird.
But it says not to be confused with House Party 2. So I wonder if it's like a porno knockoff. You know how there's like Pirates of the Caribbean, and then there's like a version of that. I forget what it's called.
Pirate Your Butthole of the Caribbean or something.
Something like that.
Shaving Ryan's Privates, like parodies, right?
Yeah, I'm sure the Dinner Party is like House Party. Is there a young African-American man with like the massive flat top?
I've never seen.
Doesn't have like the VHS doesn't have a cover?
It shows House Party. Definitely doesn't show the Dinner Party.
That's so funny that you brought up Lisa Ann. She's been in the industry for a minute.
Google's must be on safe mode or something.
That makes sense.
Algorithms effed anyways.
You made the what would you call that? A focal wall?
Accent wall?
Accent wall.
They're like links on a 240.
Kind of.
No.
It's definitely not. No, it's 100%. It looks like you took the VHS thing that my parents had, all of our like home movies, and then you put it up on the wall. I want to like boop boop and like shh, and there's like 3 VHSs in there. We could work on that, couldn't we?
Yeah, we can do a lot of things.
We could get some of these, and then we'd have like secret compartments that we like push and open up, and
Who doesn't want a secret compartment somewhere, hidden room, little vault underneath something?
like this is how we open up mail on the podcast from people that send us it if we ever.
What
get
is this,
mail.
like fucking Blue Blues?
Yeah, exactly. I'm the map. That's Dora.
No, you've watched it more than I have.
Yeah, you gotta, in order to catch the criminal, you have to think like the criminal. And speaking of criminal and thinking like a criminal, I've also noticed, Joseph, there's a lot of pin nails on the ground. How did that end up there?
I was firing it.
Were you indiscriminately? in the air.
I just want to see if it would happen.
And it did.
That is not a safe gun.
That is not a safe gun.
Usually you have to press the tip, and then you can eject the pin, but this one just had a finger trigger, and I just did it.
Yeah,
double tapped that.
Do that again? Jesus, no wonder you're married.
Date night.
You sure you didn't learn that from Dinner Party too?
What are you doing with the chicken? My strong hand.
I'm just stuffing this turkey.
Oh, God. That's what happens, man. You grow up and that stuff sticks with you. You show up at dinner and somebody says something, you're like, oh, that's sweet. That was innocent. Completely destroyed it in your own brain. And it's that intrusive thought that sometimes makes it to the dinner table where people are like, what's he talking about? Why is Uncle Rich that way?
Dude, as a kid, I could pick up on, I'm still kind of that way a little bit. I could pick up on conversational topics, not know what they were about, but know how to like throw in a joke about it, like reference it from, let's say that there was like dinner party and our parents were joking about like dinner party when we were like, 10. They're like, oh, it's a different kind of dinner party, huh? Blah, blah. And then like 30 minutes later, I would know that they're giggling about something about dinner party too.
Yeah, you knew there was like an off-brand joke about something they didn't want you to know. It was taboo.
Yes, taboo. Very good term. And so I would bring it up later on. So like, blah, 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 blah. And it's not like this is dinner party too. And they'd be like, what? And then, what do you know? Like, what do you know about this? How much do you know?
Where'd you put the tape? When's the last time we had it out? Why are all these baseball bats and fists in the closet? Shit. Mom ride horses? God damn it. Yeah, that could be weird, right?
I feel like I have to watch it now just to see what Dinner Party 2 actually is about. We're not going to watch it together.
We're not going to watch it together. I was going to call a friend and see if he still has the tape.
Oh my God, like actually watch it on VHS?
Yeah.
Old school.
For research purposes, right?
Oh my God. Hold on. Work is calling me. We're going to have to cut this out. What are we talking about?
I lost track when we started talking about your other thing.
Yeah, we lost track.
We're talking about dinner party and the VHS tape, and I was going to call my friend to see if he still had the tape. We can do that later. We don't need to phone a friend right now on the podcast.
That's true. We literally interrupted the podcast because there's a drug bust going on.
There's a drug bust, and I want to buy a porno tape. Like, I don't know, man. Like, there's a lot going on here. There's some layers to this nacho.
Our world is interesting, man. What kind of guys are we? Where, like, literally I can look at you and go, hold on, they're doing a drug bust. They're calling me because of it. And they're like, hey, what's going on? This is the info that you gave us about this drug bust. We're about to do it right now. And I'm like, that sounds great.
That does sound fun. But we're here. We're doing the podcast, and we're helping people out, hopefully spreading a little knowledge. I'd like to share again with the word retard. Can I share with the group, please?
You brought this up before we started recording. You had something new you wanted to say about...
I don't remember if I said it in the last one, though, and I totally apologize. Anyways, so I'm at a gymnastics meet. Did I bring this up? And we're having a conversation.
That sounds about right. Keep going.
So I'm having a conversation with my buddy Chris. You remember Chris from our deployments. We're talking about being the Special Forces retarded stepchildren because we're CA. And a young female enters the conversation. I happen to know her from high school, but I barely know her from high school. That type of deal.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, how are you guys doing? Oh,
You saw each other in the hallways.
I hear you talk about military stuff. I'm like, oh, that's really cool.
She probably gave your brother like a hand job in the bathroom.
Oh, definitely my brother Matt for sure. So as we're talking, I'm in military mode, already using the swear words and doing the thing. We're at the gymnastics competition. She's like, oh, what blah, blah, blah. What does your unit do? I'm like, we're the retarded children of the Special Forces. She slaps me on the knee. And it's like, we don't talk like that. And I'm like, what am I, like, in kindergarten? Did I just get in trouble? Do I have to go sit in the corner? I'm a grown-ass man. I'm an adult in a public place, and you slap me and tell me we don't talk like that. Has that ever happened? You, like, violated my personal space, slaps me, I'm like, I want the throat chopper.
No, I've never been, like... I
lost
can't remember
my
the
shit.
last time I've been scolded. You lost your shit? What'd you say?
In
What
my
happened?
mind.
Oh,
no,
yeah.
no, total mental trip, dude. I literally paused, and I'm looking, I'm like, okay, that really happened. I looked at Chris. I'm like, that happened? I kind of looked down at my wife. I'm like, we're in a public place. Like, all this shit went through my head. I was spinning. I'm like, we don't talk like that? You're going to tell me how to talk? You entered my world. You entered my conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a little
Why
more.
don't you came over here. Why don't you see UNT your way out?
Oh, wow.
Boom. Nicholas, the fat electrician, was telling me a story one time, which was hysterical. And similar tone. He was at work, and something had happened, and he decided he was going to make a decision and go with it. And one of his coworkers was just like, are you sure you want to do that? And Nick's like, well, I mean, say this or that. Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to do this. And he goes, well, aren't you afraid about getting in trouble? And Nick looks at him and goes, I haven't gotten in trouble since I was in 5th grade. I'm a grown man. I don't get in trouble. I do stuff, and then I figure it out, and then we solve it.
What does trouble even mean?
I don't even know,
We talked about that with leaders. Is it a teachable moment or a teachable moment? And if you're doing the right thing, you're not really in trouble. It's just something you got to deal with and to be right on the other side of it.
Well, tell me I'm wrong here. Military speaking, and I'll even say that this goes around. I think it's more of a generational thing, where a previous generation, probably yours and before, it was like, all right, you make a decision, you take the initiative, risk versus reward. It's okay. I get it. I understand where you were going. You can't keep making bad risks and screwing things up. We're going to fire you. Yeah. But I understand why you made this risk. It makes sense even though it didn't work out. Or, hey, it worked out. Good job, right? Now we're in, like, my generation. Your generation, it like might have been the beginning of it, but mine definitely. Where people they're like, they handcuff themselves so they don't have to make a decision and are not responsible for anything.
Anything to bounce off accountability, any responsibility. I don't want it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't want, oh my God, you're a good employee, but I've heard your name 3 times this week. I don't know if I could deal with this. Even though you're successful in getting the job done, and realistically, that administrative betrayal thing, I don't know if we talked about that as well. I had too much to drink on the last podcast. I'm so sorry. I was fighting for my dear life for some of them words. So when you're watching some of those episodes, and yeah, I was like, ooh.
It's impressive how drunk you can get and keep it together.
Tried. You guys can vote 1 through 10. Like, how f***ed up was I?
Yeah, now that we know, like, we'll have to read the comments. We got to read the comments, and then we'll see if they noticed how buzzed you were.
Yeah, it was bad.
But one of the things I wanted to bring up too, with the accountability thing, I'll see leaders call up and up and up and up so that they don't have to make a decision or feel responsible for a decision, and then they'll literally waste time calling up and up and waiting for people to make a decision before they do.
Oh yeah, it's terrible. I had a boss once at a different place that I worked. It's actually the same place, but it was a different boss, and he didn't like me because of you. We've talked about this before. In anything that I would do is a sanctionable moment. There was no backup. The new administration I work with has all the backup. They back up all the guys. They make sure that they're taken care of. Teachable moments. I know that if I get in trouble on the road, and not get in trouble as I did something wrong like a 5-year-old, but if there's an issue that needs to be dealt with, it's going to be dealt with professionally, fairly, with the backing of the administration, not a I got you moment. It wasn't an opportunity to hang somebody. It is now an opportunity. Hey, what happened? How can we look into this? This is good.
Speaking of hang your hat on, I got you moments. I'll try to see if I can't find the photo. I found her. I wanted to make a video on her to call her out. I think it was 2025. It was the early midsummer of 2025. And us reserve drill sergeants go down to basic training land and do their thing, right? So one of our sister battalions, brigades, divisions, whatever, they go down to Fort Jackson every year, and that's where they do their AT, their annual training, and they, for 2, 3, 4, or 5 weeks, go and push brand new basic trainees in the Army at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. And in one battalion, there is a female lieutenant colonel that was in charge of it, active component, blonde, and I'll find her name. I'll find her photo. I have it, and we'll put it up there. This female lieutenant colonel in charge of a basic training battalion would literally on weekends, she would come in civvies, hiding behind trees. I'm not even joking, 100% serious, hiding behind trees to catch drill sergeants yelling too much or swearing at all at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. Hiding, like in civvies, off, well, I don't want to say off duty because you're in the military, you're always on duty, but on the weekends when she's supposed to be off.
How many red flags on your psychological profile is that?
Dude, the amount of micromanaging, the amount of distrust that you have for your own troops, and if you don't trust them, it's probably because you're a poor leader. Because if you're a good leader, you can say, I know Jimmy and Johnny are going to do a good job, or I need Zach to watch over Jimmy and Johnny because he's a good supervisor.
The one thing I do remember from the military is if you are promoted, you do the work of an NCO. Like, say you're an E4, you want to go to sergeant. You do the work of a sergeant before you get to be a sergeant. Once you're a sergeant, you don't do the work of an E4. Because if you want to do the work of E4, you just told me you can't delegate, you can't teach, you can't train, you can't, mentor.
Yeah.
So if you have a captain, she was, or did you say?
No, she's a colonel. She's a lieutenant colonel in charge of a battalion.
Yeah. Okay. Jesus, that's terrible. Anyways, shouldn't be a colonel. She should be back doing drill stuff if she's worried about how drill stuff is happening.
Should be a captain. You want to jump around company areas, like looking behind trees to catch your drill sergeants?
She's single, right? Like a lot.
Brother, I mean, you're not at home taking care of business, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Or your husband's not taking care of you if you're like, I need to leave now.
How miserable would that be? She's hiding behind a lamp to see what you do when you get in at the end of the night. Ha, gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm half naked. What do you mean? It's my house.
You were shaving your balls, weren't you? Yeah. Why are you doing that?
Cindy at Target. Dude, I couldn't take that seriously. Her inability to emotionally regulate or to just mentally regulate any of her insecurities whatsoever causes her to go outside of work and hide behind a tree.
What? Who does that? Who? In what?
She does.
Obviously, she does it. Jesus. Well, I don't know. I don't even want to know what else she does. Maybe I do. How?
I'm thinking.
I can't eat that, right? I can't imagine the amount of mental gymnastics you have to go through to talk yourself into saying, I should go on post and hide in bushes behind trees in order to catch my subordinates swearing.
So now,
and make that make sense to yourself. You're like, that is a good idea.
Well, you're SVU, right?
Yeah. Bum 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 bum.
That was exactly not it, but that's so close.
Bum 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 bum. That's exactly it.
It might be it. Yeah, it might sound different up here.
We do it all the time. Well, we used to do it more often. When I first got to SVU, it was like the running gag. SVU detective.
We can hear that tone like now, just to compare to what you did just then.
And I believe that sounds identical to bum 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 bum. I like a guitar.
Sounds like you got into your CI stash. But anyways, beyond that, going back to your SVU thing, when you get a stalker and people
Dick
like,
Wolf.
and the person comes in, I'm being stalked. They're following me everywhere. Do you know the amount of effort it takes to follow somebody? Not only the mental gymnastics, but I got to get in the car. I got to waste the entire day following you around doing nuanced. Oh, you got to get a haircut. You got to run to Target. You got to take a dump. All these things. You're gonna tell me that like somebody's that dedicated to you? Like your biggest fan is doing that? I need a little more proof. I've had a couple that have actually found GPSs mounted underneath the vehicle.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, hey, this happened. I'm like, that's really bad. This is legit. Hey, detective guys, follow this case. I can't get into too many details. And it was real. And that person ended up killing the girlfriend that came in to make the report.
No shit.
Yeah. Took her out.
What happened?
He shot her at work.
Gah. When did this happen?
I can't really get into too much. It's not. Yeah,
It's ongoing?
No, it's already solved. Dude killed himself a couple days later in the woods.
See, our social media policy, our media policy for Buffalo is if it's already done, if it's a closed case, I mean, it's FOIA-able. So if it's closed, you could discuss it.
I'm still testing the waters with my new administration.
That makes sense.
So,
Understood.
like, you had
Look at how respectful this guy is.
I'm respectful. Hi, guys.
So respectful. Oh, speaking of respectful.
Hi, Mrs. Respectful.
Hi. I don't know if he can hear you.
I don't know. Maybe.
Do you like it?
Do you like it? Is it big? Do you like the size of the wood?
What does this look like to you? Okay. Well, that's disappointing.
Well, what kind of wood?
Basement.
Like it.
I like that.
Kid basement, yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah, she did. She's good. Again, perfect.
She's got it. Brain works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You are a woman.
It's crazy.
Are you going to have mac and cheese now? Go to bed. There you go. Okay. All right. Love you. See you. Bye.
I don't know what to say.
She wanted to come down. She wanted to look at it. She's
You
like,
want to look at our wood? I'm telling you, man. You got to stop. These are like layups, like little ones.
Right? Speaking of little ones, she's learning. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird when you decide, like, all right, this person I'm dating is going to be the person I hang out with forever now. You know? And there's, like, moments during that relationship in the beginning, middle, and, I'm not even close to the middle or end yet. But where, like, you're learning what they know and don't know, So, like, she doesn't know she didn't know how to hang up pictures. She thought it was just put a nail in the wall. And you're like, well, you can do that.
My drywall up.
If you don't, yeah.
You put an anchor in there, and it better be the proper size. You tap it in and then use the proper screw.
Exactly.
And don't use a long one that goes into the copper pipe behind it, and then I have to fix all that.
Yep. Yeah. Don't make it so that I have to fix whatever you do. Right.
Yeah, there's little things.
And I gotta say, she got good at it. She can hang them up now. But then the skill of hanging up like photographs and picture frames on the wall now is gone, because you've got those you ever see those cool push tabs that like sink into the drywall, made by like 3M? The people who don't know how to make earplugs and gave me tinnitus.
Huh?
What?
Hey.
Hello. This segment of the Overserved podcast is brought to you by tinnitus. Do you hear that? Me too. Tinnitus. We should just have a tinnitus moment in all of our things, or there's just like a 5-second that nobody knows.
Jacks with people.
It's
They're
just
like,
jacks
oh,
at
no.
them. It's an ongoing thing.
It was good.
Oh, we're gonna do that, and nobody's gonna know unless they've been here since the.
He can add a tone, right?
Oh yeah, do it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Just randomly.
So, speaking of stuff I had to learn how to load the dishwasher. Not like it had to be exactly the right way. Did you know the silverware baskets come out on most dishwashers?
Yeah, you pull them out so then you can set them on the counter.
I had no fucking clue.
You didn't know they were removable? Nope. Some of them.
I load them up, and then when they're done, I have to bend over, pick up the fork, put the fork in the fork drawer, bend over, pick up the knife, put the knife. My wife walks over one day, she goes, they come out, dummy. Lift this them up, put them on the counter. I'm like, wow, this is way more convenient.
Dude, that's some shit that I do. What are you doing? And you're like, I'm putting it away. I'm like, why don't you yoink, lift?
Yeah.
And you're like,
load a 50, load a Bravo, take down ARs, drive Humvees, do handcuffing stuff, do interviews. Yeah, I mean, dishwasher's a mystery. Like, I didn't know I was not doing it right. I was just doing some shit I thought was right.
Until I had this house, it has my current home. I didn't have a dishwasher until from my childhood home.
Married one.
But
I said that quietly because I'm like, I shouldn't say this.
You should. Always let the intrusive thoughts win.
Okay.
This show is all about intrusive thoughts.
Yeah.
If you don't let them win, then communism.
Okay. Look, can I tell you? All right. Well, here's an intrusive thought that I got from a guy. We were at work. I wrote this down because I wanted to talk about it. So in New York State, we have mental health law 941.
Yeah.
We can take people into custody because they're a danger to themselves or others. Pretty strict criteria, many boxes we have to check. I like checking boxes.
You're all about checking boxes.
Check the box. I have a gentleman come in to speak with me, and he's kind of like, hey, my wife needs to go to the hospital. She's out of her mind, whatever. I'm like, okay, can you explain to me more about it? One, you're in the station talking to me. We're not at the house. I can't interview your wife. But he's like, nope, she's got to go. She's crazy. I'm like, well, what do you mean by crazy? And he just deadpan in front of other people. She shits in the bathtub. Is that weird enough? And I'm like... I go there, and now I have to be like, no, that's not weird because maybe there was a reason. Did she have explosive diarrhea? Did she have a gastrointestinal issue? Like,
did you feed her Mexican food
on purpose
over the past 2 days with extra habanero sauce?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had to ask these questions in front of everybody else. And this guy had no problem. He goes, she shits in a bathtub. And I'm like, I'm like, sir, that's not quite.
There's a lot of questions to ask. Is she obese? Does she have medical issues?
Did she fall in the bathtub and then shit herself? Because that's a thing.
Does she? Yeah. Is she not doing well? Is she like ill?
But this guy so badly wanted his wife sent to the hospital on mental health paperwork.
How? I don't think it's weird, but like how, I guess, desensitized are we? Where we're like, oh, you think she's crazy just because she shits in the tub?
Hey, I guess, yeah, the way... Yeah.
Because she shits in the tub and then what? And then eats it? Then there we go. She throws it against the wall? Okay, but she just shit in the tub? Waffle stomp it down, dude. Grow up.
Grow up.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
The drain goes to the same spot.
Might be weird for you and the first time your wife did it, but for us, this is a Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Monday. This is how that starts.
Dude, she So she shit in the tub. Stop judging her, Jeremy. She had a rough day. All right? Maybe she needs to shit in the tub. Blow off some steam.
Put the seat down. If the seat was down, she'd shit in the toilet, but you left it up like a caveman.
Like a caveman.
Oh. I wrote this down. Oh.
Nope. That was for the camera. I did. So what was the thing you wanted to say?
So I took notes, like for the silly shit that happens that I often forget.
Yeah.
Because, we...
Yes. Yes, that's what I wanted you to do.
I did what you told me, Dan.
I know, I did.
Yeah.
You're learning, son. You're learning.
You proud of me yet?
Yeah, well. Stop in the tub, and I'll be more proud of you.
Double dog dare? It's your house, bro.
I said stop shitting in the tub. Don't start shitting in the tub.
They sound the same.
They don't. They definitely don't. The heart hears what it wants to hear.
The Navy doing thirst traps. Not with dudes, but with battleships. With all this stuff in Iran, they're launching rockets. They got aircraft carriers out there. They're launching airplanes. They're doing bombing missions. And they're on TikTok and Instagram with all this cool music. The slow Macarena. Have you seen that yet?
Wait, you're saying that the United States military is doing that, or we should do that?
No, they are kind of doing that. People are recording launching the rockets, the fighter jets, the F-35 and whatever.
Yeah.
Getting shot at, besides the 3 that Kuwait shot down for us.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Kuwait, you morons.
It was a multi-million-dollar up. Like, how do you apologize? You get a card when you get chocolates?
Dude, I was talking with Ethan, and Ethan, habitual line crosser, he didn't do MLRS, but he did. He's a missile guy for the Army. Before he retired, and he was like, Rich. He's like, I've gone on training missions over there, and the Arab countries' militaries are so inept and retarded. He's like, you have to constantly stay on them to not shoot down their own, let alone your stuff. Absolutely. We're focused on don't shoot down our own stuff and making sure they don't do that by accident. But we also have to make sure they don't shoot their own stuff down because they're so inept. They're so stupid.
That sounds like the Iraqi National Guard.
I don't like them. I don't like the Iraqi National Guard.
We gave them thousands and thousands of rounds of 9mm. They ended up selling them.
They sold it all.
They sold the boots. They sold the uniforms. We stopped giving them Glocks. The military came out with a whole article. We're missing 12,000.
Yeah, because Mahmoud,
Glock whatever.
Because Mahmoud bought it all from
me,
Yakhman and the Nenejov. Yeah.
Yeah, they were so terrible, dude.
So there's thirst traps now.
It's not a real thirst trap. I call it a thirst trap. So we went to Iraq twice, right?
Yep.
And in between 2006 and 10, we haven't had a ton of actual combat deployments.
Yeah.
Well, now these guys are in the Gulf, and the ROE is blow them up, drop bombs. Hey, we got a bunker buster, drop it, and then put another one behind that one, drop it, put another bunker buster in there. We got hundreds we're dropping to these things, right? We're destroying nuke bases, we're destroying infrastructure, we sank the whole Navy.
Oh, dude, we sunk the whole Navy in 12 hours.
When we were in Iraq, if we shot a car, we'd have to do a 15-6 or, hey, why'd you do this? Use of force and all this other shit. They sank an entire Navy.
Yeah.
All of it.
So good.
It's not, you sank my battleship. You sank every piece of equipment that I have. It's at the bottom.
You sunk all my ships.
Yeah.
Holy ship, you sunk all my ships.
Holy ship. That's a game. Well, anyways, we're doing all that, but totally unhandcuffed. Kill the bad guy. Take out the infrastructure, stop this problem.
Could you imagine if they let us do that in Afghanistan? Oh, what's that? You're a sheikh in the area and you enjoy diddling 12-year-old boys? Pow! All right.
Yeah. Who's the new sheikh? Ayatollah, Sheikh Ayatollah, whatever. Same name, same guy. How many are we going to go through before we figure out someone's like, I don't want to do it, I want to do it.
2 weeks now? Yeah. 2 weeks we've been bombing Iran. They've had 6.
Did you say they named one of the sons or the brothers, but they don't really want to admit it? He might already be dead.
The one currently that they named was bombed within 5 hours, and he's not confirmed dead yet, but he is, they state, this is Iran, I believe.
Yeah.
States that he is currently in a medically induced coma, and they had to amputate a leg of his because of a strike.
Dude.
One of them only lasted less than 2 hours, Joe. It was
well, that's what I'm saying.
3:35, and at 5:15, a missile was already inside of his body.
How awesome is our technology where you whisper, hey, dude, you're the new boss. Wiped off the face of the planet. But again, being unhandcuffed, doing it, and then they play the slow Macarena. Like, that's the ominous song now. That's the sexy song. You got to look it up. It's on TikTok. It's like a slow Macarena.
A slow Macarena?
Macarena?
Macarena,
Am I putting
Macarena.
the long
I think
on the
we
wrong
say
I
Macarena because we're just from New York. We're Northeasterners. Macarena.
Macarena?
Macarena.
Macaharena?
Allah Harena.
It's party time. Confetti.
This confetti tastes like Dad.
Oh, God, dude. That literally brought me back to Iraq at the birthday palace at Saddam's. Some guy came in to visit the S-1 in a colonel, and he detonated himself right in front of the wall here.
Oh, it's splattered?
Yeah, and with a 14-pound face with teeth and everything. Put it on a sandbag just to get an idea of what he looked like. I sent that to you.
Yes. I think you did.
Not the face, but...
Not the actual face, but the photo.
Yeah. So that was the birthday palace at Saddam's place. Boom! I was like, holy...
Hey, what's that? That's a dude's face.
He meant it.
He meant it.
Sure did.
It's funny. You don't just, like, totally disintegrate when you detonate yourself and your vest is all around your chest. Like, the blast degloves your face.
Whole face.
Whole face. So, like, literally from, like, your neck here all the way around with, like, a tear kind of, like, along the ears. It just rips off your face. Then it flies off the back of your neck. And then you have, like, a straight-up, like, Jeffrey Dahmer skin mask.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw
Nicolas
Massacre
Cage
mask.
and who was the other guy in
Face Off. John Travolta.
John Travolta.
I only saw that once. And I was young, so I don't really remember it. I just remember everybody saying it was a good movie. What a great story. Glad I told that.
That was fantastic.
It almost had a middle. It had a beginning and
Hold
an
the
end.
flashlight the right way.
Ah!
You're not doing it right. But yeah, watching them do all the really cool shit with no rules. They were like, these are the targets we're going to engage. Go. You know, these sensor operators with the drones taking things out?
What's a sensor operator?
Just a drone pilot, basically. They call it a sensor program. I'm not 100% up on all the terminology. You just have a guy that did it up at a base. His claim to fame was using a $100,000 Hellfire to take out a bad guy 12,000 miles away while riding a horse. Horse got dead, too.
I mean, I would assume that happened.
Dude, can you imagine that you're playing a video game and you're watching, you're just kind of whacking targets from a distance? You get combat pay to play a video game in real life. Got him.
He's coming right for us.
Are there tick marks somewhere? Like, does somebody keep in track?
There's got to be.
Yeah. If there are tick marks, tell us.
Yes. I want to know exactly how do drone pilots count their kills?
Unofficially.
We know you do it. Yeah, you think you wouldn't? If I was any drone pilot, you know for a fact they're sitting there with, pushing their glasses up on their nose. Look, that's another one. They're marking it down. There's a
I know
tally.
how many slices of pizza I ate. I get it.
Oh, yeah. If I know how many slices of pizza I ate at a birthday party.
The standard white guy breakdown. What'd you have to drink last night? Oh, I had 12 beers, 3 IPAs, 2 shots, and I had 1 shot of Jägermeister.
How many guys did you kill yesterday? Well, I had one guy, but he was on a horse. I had 2 dudes inside of a truck, so that counts as a technical. And then, I had a horse-drawn carriage, but it did have axles on it from an old truck, so I counted that as a vehicle too.
It was like a tank.
Yeah.
An Amish tank. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, they're ready. Those shoeless wonders out there.
I love the Amish. They got like they're a little, they got an issue with assault there. And like the incestuous assault.
Oh, there's web toes for sure, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, in Iraq, speaking of web toes, so we had to do a village assessment. We go in to do this village assessment, and again, we only speak to the men. The men will only speak to us. It's one of those more traditional villages.
Explain village assessment. I know what you mean, but
we were looking for infrastructure, and we wanted to know if they had water, electricity, food, things that they needed that we could provide to better help kind of garner friendship and get intel.
Oh, the tequila went to the bottom. Oh,
That's the face you make when your friend makes you drink.
yeah, it does.
Make me a drink. You're too lazy to make your own. I got you, boo.
I need more Citrus X. By the way, Joe, for those of you who didn't see the horrible face that I just made, Joe made me a drink, and he asked me, he's like, what do you want? What kind of rippet do you want? And I said, you got rippets? He's like, yeah, I got rippets. And rippets make me want to jump up and down and punch a toddler in the face. And he said, I got Citrus X and Power. And I said, my favorite flavor is Power, which, yes, Power is a flavor, but now I'm going to mix Power and Citrus X together.
Now, if you guys haven't had a Rip It that was 150 degrees heat rolling around the back of your Humvee with the thinnest aluminum possible break, you're like, oh, that smells good. I'll have one. When it sprays all over the place and you're sticky. Or you shouldn't be drinking them because you're highly dehydrated, but you just want the caffeine to stay awake just a little bit longer.
And then you shit yourself.
Oh, God, that he did shit himself. Are you talking about who I think you're talking about?
Yeah, the guy who's next to a door.
Yeah. That's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's code for wall.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we had a buddy, Wall. Nice guy. But apparently, were you there? Zach was there. Zach was in the Humvee. Were you there?
I was on the mission. I was not in the Humvee. It was in front of me. So going into Fox Spiker coming off of Tampa, it's probably a quarter mile of Jersey barriers and little slaloms you got to go through. And the porta potty's right on the other side of the guard shack. It's right on the other side. Dude, it's 100 and something out. It's 130, 150 inside the Humvee if you don't have AC. It's hot. And we're sitting there, he's like, I gotta shit. And this is all third party, right? Like, I'm listening. I'm like, fuck, gotta shit. We all got comms.
You heard him say, I got to shit over the radio?
He's clicking his mic. They all had the little button in the front. We didn't have the push to talk in the Humvee. They had the little clicker. So he's talking about having to shit over the radio. So Red Knight Talk at the time, 329, it was kind of like, you calling radio? Like, yeah, sort of.
Yeah, there's an emergency on Route Irish, and it's inside the Humvee.
Dude, he fucking shit inside the Humvee, and it's 130, 150 in there, man. Dry heat. It's hot.
Ugh.
And he pooped, and he didn't make it. He was 100 yards, 200 yards from the porta potty. You know, we get through that moment, but then there's other moments. We're on deployment. We're drinking Rip Its. We're dehydrated, but you got to take a shit. One of our friends, think of dill, and then a dill
Dough.
pickle.
Oh.
Yeah, the serious conversation came up. Can we shit in a Gatorade bottle? Armor keeps bullets out, but it keeps bullets in. You don't want to keep the door open, but you got to take a shit. You really got to go. And if you don't have a place to go, how creative are we getting? Staring at a Gatorade bottle with that 1.25 inch opening in the front.
It's just big enough. Just big enough.
If I seal it, I'm like, you can't seal it, man. You're going to get some overblast pressure.
You're going to get overpressure from the bottle.
We're sitting here talking about it.
Simple mathematics. It's volumetric pressure.
Yeah.
If a turd this half the size of the bottle goes in the bottle, the air has to escape somehow, which is around your almost encompassed hole, which means you're basically probably going to get a prolapsed booty hole now.
So the conversation actually happens. We're like, no, you can't do that. This is not going to work. Like, I didn't have your exact terms. We're like, it's going to come squirting out the sides. You're going to shit all over the place.
Yeah.
But we were
it's going to mushroom out over the top.
It was bad. So we were on Fob Danger. We actually found one of their shooting ranges. They built a shooting range out of a bunch of recycled tires. So it was probably 25 yards long, just all tires on the side, tires on the top, tires in the back. He's next to the shooting range on Fob Danger.
That's so fun. Well, that's good. That's way better than a Gatorade bottle. Oh, my God. I think you're going to tell me you shat in a Gatorade bottle.
No, I would have been impressed and probably gave him one of your POB shirts.
Absolutely.
They didn't exist back then, but I think they should have.
I think if had I been forced to poop in a Gatorade bottle, I would cut the top off, even though I know it's rough edges, just to give me that extra circumference. And even then, I'm hoping, like, you can't even fit one turd in there. You got to hope you can balance it in there.
Did you have a solid turd overseas, or was it always just kind of f***ed up?
Noted. Good point. Good point. Yes.
Eat on the economy daily.
Most days were
different.
Well, I'll tell you, my first tour, I never trusted a fart after that first tour. Never trusted a fart after that first tour. I still don't trust farts. I am heavily, heavily skeptical of any fart.
It's questionable at most ages.
At most.
So I got one more poop story before we move on.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. We can just do a poop. I'm trying to think of what a term for like the Odyssey is. Novel. We could do a poop novel. We could just keep going. This could just be the poop episode.
Yeah, but this is real life. This is the stuff that kept us entertained.
Hold on. We got to pause this. We got to pause it. We're figuring things out. All right, we can bring this back in now.
All right, we're back.
Yeah. We just had a second call where our friends just did some drug interdiction stuff.
I'm going to try your citrus move.
Our one buddy's been new to the game, and he had a good experience. It's always fun when your police friends call you up and they're like, dude, this is what I did.
When they finally get it.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Speaking of, I went into a house the other day. I assisted on a warrant. I can't say what for yet. because it's still ongoing. But
obviously, it's confiscating VHS tapes.
it's definitely, it's dinner parties 3.
Dude.
But
I haven't even seen 2 yet.
But like I went on this warrant and we hit this house, and the dude's dog. Have you ever been in like hoodlum ghetto apartments where they just let the dog in a room? Yeah, so there was one of those rooms, right? Right off the front door, there's a bedroom off the living room. It's got a dog cage in it and like a comforter that the dog can sleep on. And then there's literally dozens and dozens and dozens of piles of dog in the room. And it reeks of dog piss because the dog just shits in that room and pisses in that room.
It's in the wood. It's in the carpet. It's in the walls.
There was no carpet, but it's in the walls. It was one of the worst rooms I've smelled in a long time. And I've been in the game, man. You know me. I've been doing warrants and kicking in doors and playing in the hood for a minute. And the stench in this room was one that I haven't smelt. It's such a powerful odor. I don't think I've had a room hit me in the face like that in years.
Probably got peanuts in your lungs.
Oh, I got like
poo peanuts.
Almost had poo peanuts in my shoes. So we hit the door, and the dude is naked. So he's like,
"What time of day was this?"
It was like 11. It was 11 in the morning.
He was still sleeping.
11 at noontime. Yeah. So white boy, just in the game, and he answers. Well, he doesn't answer the door. We get in the door, and he's like, "What's going on?" Sees us, boom, through the door. He's naked, little Willie, just hanging out there.
All right, go ahead.
So he like turns around to run. So you see little white cheeks running away from you going down the hallway. I'm in the back, like waiting for him to come out the back in case he decides to
arrive out the back or come on your back. I mean, come out the back.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah. I'm waiting for him to come all over me, Joe. Thank you.
Be mature, would you?
Grow up. So I'm waiting for him to take the back stairs because then you run into Richard High, you run into a brick wall. Let me tell you, and I hear the boys inside the apartment like he's running towards the back, which means he's either going to run towards the back door and me, or he's running to the back to try and hide it because he knows we're about to get it. And they tackle him in his bedroom around his dog. Dog takes the biggest, wateriest. And
while that's happening?
While it's happening. We literally scared the shit out of the dog. Literally.
What the fuck do you got a dog for? If it's going to shit every time you get a... Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So the boys are chasing down white boy. Naked Roger running down the hallway. Grab him. The dog shits itself. My buddy that tackles him and the dude slip in the dog, smeared all over the floor. It's all over their shoes.
Yeah.
He's got poop on him. We're like, we cuff him up and we're like laughing and also disgusted at the same time because we're like, we think he shit himself. We think this dude shit himself.
You'd be now they might be. No, we're not surprised.
Yeah.
But people would be surprised how much is actually involved in our job. Whether it come from standard handcuffing, people detoxing, just in the back of the car. Man, I really got to shit. No, you don't. Oh, you did. Huh,
yeah.
Fuck, I was wrong.
Uncleanliness, just streaks in their underwear.
A lot of shit in this job. Like, that's the unsavory part of this.
There's a lot of poop in policing. The P in policing stands for poop.
It does.
P-O. P-U.
Dude.
So he slips in the and my buddy's wearing nice Nike Jordans. I don't know why. He's wearing nice shoes.
First rule about special operations, look cool. I don't know.
That's true.
Maybe he got some J's on that he likes.
He did?
Yeah.
And we're like, those are poop shoes, man. Those are poop shoes now. You are never wearing those poop shoes home. You're not going to wear those in your truck. Those are poop shoes.
Dude, I barely wear my work shoes home.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
like bed bugs, roaches, eggs, all the weird stuff that's on the carpet. You're talking about walking into a dirty house with all that shit. It's like, nah, boots stay outside for a week.
Yep. We got boots that we would keep in the office. So then you could wear you wear your normal shoes to the office. You're like, hey, we're gonna go do a raid. Then you go, all right, time for some raid shoe. Time for your poop shoes. Poop shoes are very important in policing. And yeah, so his nice Nikes are poop shoes now.
They got skid marks.
Yeah, dude. I'm talking about like every little fold on the bottom of his sneaker filled with poo.
Oh, he's gonna dig that out with a toothpick.
I don't think he's gonna.
So speaking of naked people, we get a call. A young teenage girl comes home. She sees the back door is damaged. The handle's bent. The aluminum security door is bent. We don't know. We get a call. Oh my God, there's somebody in my house. We're like, all right, okay, you go to your neighbor's house, be safe, and we go do the search of the house.
Burglary in progress, man. Lights and sirens.
We think it is.
Yeah.
It's a decent house. It's on a place where it could happen. Quick getaway, right to the throughway. This could have been real. So we got 4 of us, and we're searching the house. We're clearing everything. We're looking around, and there's the fatal funnel stairway, just the one stairway, and it's got 2 hallways going left and right. And as we take it, the doors are really close. So you get to the top of the stairways, maybe 12 inches to the left and 12 inches to the right is a door, and then right in front of me is the bathroom. I can see the bathroom is open.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
It's right open. We open this door, pops right open. Can look in, see 90% of the room. We're like, we're clear. I grab the doorknob. I twist, I push, the door pushes back.
Oh, game time.
He's in here. Wham! We break the door down. Guns out. We're pointing the guns at these people. The bed's filled with chains and ropes. The dude's got a flagpole fully erect that goes.
You saw him?
Duenos, yeah. He was wearing a rubber. The chick was wearing some sort of outfit. I can't remember what, but there was something plugged into the wall that went to the bed. So the parents lied to the teenagers and said they were going out of town so that they could have the weekend together. The back door had already been damaged from something previous. They weren't married parents. They were just kind of dating each other differently, meaning there was a stepmom, stepdad situation.
Yo, stepmom.
Stepmommy. So we're searching this house, man. I'm like, you're in here. Boom. Get in, guns drawn. At first, the guy was a rooster. Like, what? You're in my house. He's super tough, acting tough. And the girl's kind of like, oh, no, this is crazy. I swear to God, the girl enjoyed it.
She probably did.
The dude went down, from 12 to 6. And then, he's trying to be like a dick. And we're just like, look, dude, your daughter's downstairs, saw the door, figured somebody was breaking in. You told her you wouldn't be here. What do you think she's thinking? We don't know if she's trying to come home to party, too. But, Dad's already partying. When he gets down in the basement and we're all talking, we're like, okay, house is clear. We're good to go. He's like, pretty cool, huh? So now he's cool with it. Now he's like, you see what I was doing, right?
I'm a
guy.
Makes me cool. I'm a guy, yeah.
This is what I'm doing. This is what I do on a Friday.
I mean, I wouldn't have high-fived him, but I've been like...
Oh, there was no high fives.
Good for you, bud.
But he fucking put on a pair of sweatpants and came down and was kind of like, what's up? I don't know, bro. Not much, obviously. We saw it all.
There's a part of the story where you said something's plugged into the wall.
Yeah.
What was plugged into the wall?
I don't know. It was about this big. It was huge.
Did you...
It didn't look like an actual shape of anything.
Yeah?
But I got to put the mic down. The top of it.
Just put it in your lap. Or put it in your arm.
Okay. The top of it was the size of a softball.
Good Lord.
And then it had a little gap with I could see a metal rod here. So a ball, metal rod, and then a handle. Wow. Never seen anything so big in my life. It was plugged into the wall. But there was ropes and chains and shit laid out. It was like, oh man, we interrupted this dude's date night.
Yeah.
It was pretty wild. So, poop and naked people and wieners are constant in the job, one way, shape, or form. Innocent.
It's true. Innocent or guilty. People poop.
It just happens. And if they're not pooping, they're walking around with their pants down. And by the time you get there, they're gone. You're like, wow, that was fast. Yeah.
Did I ever send you the photo of the robot?
No.
I did a raid on a house.
Was it a real robot or a box covered in foil with a sheep inside?
No, it was. I mean, I guess I would consider it like a Terminator, like at the beginning stages.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I get this call. It's a trans woman, so male to female, which not fooling anybody. Let me tell you that right now.
No, sir.
Not feeling anybody. I'm a woman. You're like, yes, ma'am, you are. And she was very upset because there's a gentleman that she would see, and him and his wife have an open swingers club relationship kind of thing going on.
Him and his wife, which is a dude, so he's a dude, or she's a real chick?
So dude and his wife would bring in trans woman,
all right,
wiener with boobs, to swing with them. and sometimes there'd be another woman. Usually, anyway, so they were bringing a bunch of people and have parties and stuff like that. It wasn't just like 3 people. Like there'd be like 7, 8 people, and they'd all be having stuff at this dude's house. But he also sold a little bit of dope, some 8 balls here and there, right? And he beat the out of the trans woman one time.
Did he beat the balls off her?
No, still attached. Still attached.
Oh, okay.
So he beat the bangs off of her, though. That wig went flying.
Those are expensive.
Yeah, those wigs aren't cheap, man. Let me tell you. It takes a lot for a man to look feminine. She put a lot of money into that.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
So obviously we get called. And I'm, the investigating detective, and I'm like, how you doing, hon? What's going on? What happened? And she's like, he did this, that, and this. He punched me. He sells dope. We have parties. I think, yeah. And there were some other things in there that I'll leave out. And I'm like, okay, cool. Actually, no, I don't have to leave out. She said there was guns in the house, too, which I was like, sweet. I love getting guns. If you're dirty and you've got guns, like I'm a Second Amendment extremist. I want everybody to own a firearm. I love it, right? But if you're already a violent criminal, like you're already doing violent and then you've got a firearm, like you're going to use that not in a self-defense way in order to protect freedom and your rights. No, you're going to do that to enact more fear.
I feel like the one wrong thing at a time is a rule. You can do one wrong thing at a time.
Tell me more.
If you got your illegal firearm, that's cool. But don't have your illegal firearm while doing a domestic and speeding down the road. Don't do a combination of guns. Just have your illegal guns. I don't care what you got. You build one in your basement. You like to shoot out the back window. You got a couple acres. God bless, dude. I don't know about it. You didn't attract our attention. There's no reason to talk to you about your weapon. Right?
Yeah.
So don't do 2 things at once that are wrong. Just
I like
stick
that.
to the one. You want to speed, fine. You want to speed and do lane changes and no blinker? Well, now you got my attention. Okay. Oh,
Not that I would ever ask that, but yeah, don't do all that at once. Just one thing wrong at a time.
One thing wrong at a time. I like that. That's a shirt.
One thing wrong at a time?
One thing wrong at a time.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So this guy's doing more than one thing wrong at a time.
It sounds like it.
I get called, I talk to the trans lady, and
I thought you were about to say translator. You said translate.
Like,
I need a translator.
Dick? All right, cool.
What? So we're talking. Tells me all the stuff. I get a warrant for dude's house, and boom, kick in the door. Another somewhat nude scenario. He's running around literally in his underwears, like, and we catch him with his pants down. And it just so happens that in his pants is a bunch of dope. So his pants are in the hallway, and him trying to put them on and run away from the SWAT guys kicking in the door.
So he put the drugs on?
Yeah, he tried to put the drugs on around, or he took the drug pants off and tried to drop them and then be like, those aren't my pants. But the pants had his ID in them, so screwed. He's screwed. So we get him for the dope. We're looking for the firearm in the house, in a couple other spots. And, like I said earlier, we're told that he has parties in the house. So there's got to be some memorabilia there. Well,
like a dirty rubber stuck to the ceiling. Fling.
So the SWAT guys come out, and the SWAT guys are like, some of them are like really stoic, really feed into the silent professional. Yeah.
I'll take it over the cringy bitches that they have now on the YouTubes and the TikToks. And yeah.
So some of them are really stoic in the moment. Like, I'm a professional. This is SWAT. I'm not going to goof around when it's SWAT time. And they were coming up to me, cracking up. They're like, dude, I've never seen anything like this before. Of course it's yours. Hi. Of course, because I'm the weird guy. So they're like, of course it's your warrant if I see this thing that I've never seen before. And I'm like, what? What do you see? What are you seeing? They're like, you got to check it out. I go to one of the guys. You got to check it out. I go to one of the other guys. They're like, there's a robot in there. I go, what do you mean a robot? He goes, I can't. You just gotta see it. You just gotta see it.
Like a robot, like Lost in Space robot or Terminator robot, like you mentioned.
So I go into one of the bedrooms to do the search, and I see it on the bed, and it is a metal box with metal legs, like affixed. And I'm not talking like they just screwed in some wooden legs from like a chair onto a box of bolts. Like it is an official aluminum box crafted with stable, sturdy legs that says like Fuckinator 3000. I'm not even joking.
Stable, sturdy legs.
I'm not even joking. It says like
That's not
Fuckinator
gonna go
3000.
anywhere.
And it's got like a 14-inch black dick on it
I'm just picturing
with a rod in the middle that could just go.
the Tin Man from the Wizard of Oz with a black dildo.
Basically. Yeah. It's basically the
He
Tin
didn't get
Man.
a heart. He got a big dick. It's a weird gift.
Yeah, his codpiece just goes, whee, and then the wang just furls out like a red carpet. And then it's just like. But yeah,
That's
it was
fucking insane.
It was big. The box itself, 18 inches, 2 feet long.
Legs too.
It had stabilizing legs.
Stabilizer.
The
legs.
thing was heavy, dude.
So it could really pound town.
Dude, it was like 35 pounds of meat slapping robot.
Was it like one of them Sawzall things, or was it?
No, it wasn't like. It was
Movement?
I mean, I didn't turn it on.
Don't be a scientist about it. Just be an engineer. Figure it out.
Yeah, I should have used it. No, it looked there was a
Look at me.
rod coming from the box that had the dildo attached to it that pushed it back and forth. So I'm not sure if it was reciprocating saw or if I would assume they would be more like a reciprocating saw, straight forward and back, because if you got that thing going at an angle, the further it gets into you, that more that angle's gonna just like tear up your insides.
Yeah, there has to be an equation for the amount of flop or vibration based on length.
I believe the angle is equivalent to the dangle.
The angle is science. That's how we do it around. Yeah. God damn, dude. This went
angle is
sideways. This one's bad.
What's that?
This is bad. All I'm just like, you're talking about a naked guy. I'm like, oh my God, I know something about a butthole. Let me tell you my story.
Yeah, and then I've got a Transnator 3000.
That's wild. Do we have any photos of that ever? Body cam?
You would have to FOIA it.
Who wants to FOIA something?
Who wants to? This whole podcast is just going to be people FOIA-ing the city in your town for
Buffalo just
for
made an
body
extra
cam
$8,000 on FOIA requests.
What's that?
Buffalo just made $8,000 on FOIA requests.
That's right. I'm not doing anything wrong. All I'm doing is making the city of Buffalo and the Buffalo Police Department a little extra money.
Residual income.
They're always going to want more.
Records, likes, views. Clicks and views. Buffalo wants you to like, subscribe, and follow.
Oh, my gosh. Yes.
Oh, God. But this, man, it's funny because, like, you go to a story, then I come back to a story. We got construction veterans. We have doctors that were veterans, and all of them are professionals and trained in their thing. Yeah. And they all have
the same stories, dude. They've all seen buttholes, poop, and pee.
It's just.
I want to know. I mean, how bad can the comment section be?
The comment section could be absolutely.
Can somebody share their
ruthless.
story with us?
Yeah, you can write whatever you want in the comment section. The only thing that YouTube is going to flag, or the different social medias that would flag comments, or if it's like self-harm, like it has like its little AI bots that check out for like self-harm, or if you're like dropping hard R's there like 30 times in a row.
What hard R?
Not retard. The one that you can't use at the African American History Museum. Which, by the way, that short took off for us.
Dude, that was fast.
Yeah, it was
I
fast.
didn't think it was that bad. It's not bad. I thought it was good.
I mean, when I watched it, I was like, all right, yeah. I had a good time there at the African American History Museum. There was an issue that I wanted to discuss, but I felt like everybody that watched that little short must have been like, is he gonna say it? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Are you enjoying that moment right now? Or are you like reliving it?
Yeah, I'm reliving the salt that looked like crack rocks
It literally looked like crack.
sprinkled on the sidewalk as you walk up to the African American History Museum. I couldn't help but laugh.
Yeah, it was a good time though. There's so much to see in DC.
Yeah, there's a lot to see.
Are we still talking about naked dudes?
We can talk whatever we want, homie. We can. Why, you got another naked guy story?
There's always a naked guy story, but maybe we change the topic to something different.
All right. Did you have anything else in your notes you wanted to talk about?
I did about like police corruption, strip club arrest, weird.
A strip club arrest? What happened?
So here in Buffalo, in the Buffalo area, we'll call it, we have a strip club. I think it was called Pharaoh's.
Oh, yeah, still around, still kicking.
Peter Gerace, back in 2019, all the way through, to now, investigated for trafficking girls, trafficking drugs, and all sorts of stuff. That's kind of a big thing, right? We're trafficking women through strip clubs. That's human trafficking. That's bad. We don't do that.
Yeah, you're pushing women into the prostitution ring by using drugs, yeah, but also using the legitimate business of a strip club to further it. Like, yeah, that's like it's like a massage parlor. It's like one of those things where that business is inundated with trafficking because it's so easy to traffic through that business. Oh, you walk around naked and you get paid money. Well, what if like a couple girls there like giving you all in the back room?
So that happens, right? They do an investigation, but they have a DEA agent. How do I say the name? Bongiovanni. DEA Bongiovanni. He's an agent. Allegedly gets accused of, hey, we're running cover for you. Gets accused of running drugs for them and all the great things. Like, oh my God. So now we have
a dirty DEA agent?
A dirty DEA agent.
Who's like, oh, I'm going to make sure that you guys actually don't get caught.
Kind of.
Keep bringing the girls here.
There's money coming in. They can't figure out where the money's coming from for the government salaried employee, right?
Yeah.
So they do this big investigation. They're taking down a guy that might be tied to the mafia, might be tied to a biker gang.
What was his name again?
Which one? Peter Gerace.
No, the other guy's name.
Bongiovanni.
Bongiovanni. That doesn't sound Italian at all.
No, a strong Irish guy.
Yeah, obviously.
Super fair
Mob
skin.
ties with a guy named Bongiovanni. No. He's a pasta sauce maker.
Bet your guy knows him.
Yeah, bibbity bop.
Yeah, boopity. Peter, just because you have a mustache doesn't mean you can speak Italian.
Sure it does, Lois.
So, big investigation, human trafficking, drugs, protection rings, mafia, biker gangs, all these allegations, right?
This shit gets sorted out. Peter Gerace goes to court and says, hey, I didn't get a fair trial. I'm just a nice guy. Right? Bongiovanni gets convicted of a couple different charges. I don't know specifically what charges.
The DEA guy gets convicted.
He gets convicted.
Fuck yeah.
Well, he did something. Well, in the middle of this investigation, the FBI, the federal government, interviews a detective from a police department in the local area. And while they're interviewing them, I'll cup the balls.
Yeah,
the balls.
Let me tell you the story real quick.
Only in a whisper. I'm not going to tell anybody. I don't want to get whacked.
We're going to get whacked off. Dinner Party 3.
That would be an interesting video.
There's a t-shirt.
It'd be on CD, though, DVD or something.
Dinner Party 4.
Yeah. So, big investigation. Federal government's involved. We have corruption, all that, right? They interview a detective. Hey, detective, during this investigation, while the federal government was looking into this bad guy, this mafia dude possibly, for human trafficking and drugs, did he ever reach out to you to find out the status of the investigation? No, the detective replies. This is all that's in the release. The district attorney's office released all this. No. And then the next thing you know, that detective is arrested for obstruction.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. He has to take a plea deal and said that he obstructed federal investigation.
Because he lied to him.
He didn't lie to him. He was never found to have lied to him. He didn't lie to the federal government.
Wait, so then how was he charged with obstruction if he didn't?
This is the best part. I'm going to read this statement to you. During the exchange, detective reacted with disproportionate emotion and became physically animated, losing his professional bearing.
So wait, hold on. So
disproportionate emotion, physically animated, losing his professional bearing.
I'm upset. I just did it.
Did you? I'm just playing this through. None of this is fact. I didn't look this up. Did you contact a mob boss or a mafia guy running drugs in strippers in a strip club? Did he contact you during the investigation?
No, this is fucking ludicrous.
I'm a federal agent. That's obstruction. I'm scared. Now, mind you, so that statement written in the release that says...
That's retarded.
Disproportionate emotion. What the fuck is disproportionate emotion?
Tell that to your wife. You're being disproportionately emotional right now.
My wife's about to be disproportionately emotional this weekend when we take the fire truck out and I don't come back on time.
Yeah.
And became physically animated, losing his professional bearing. Dude, if you call me a rat, I'm going to tell you to go f yourself. Yeah. And when I'm done, I'm going to f your wife. No, that's the wrong word. Take that out. Delete that. Bleep that a lot.
Just beep it, because then it'll sound like, yeah, I'm going to f your wife.
There you go. Thank you. Bleep that too. I made my own drink myself. It's like over here.
We're going after the DEA, the FBI,
But what I'm saying is, like, we're going after human trafficking, drug trafficking, mobsters, corruption, RICO cases.
And then some
detective says no in a disproportionate emotional manner, becomes physically animated, losing his professional bearing. Dude, I'd tell you go fuck yourself. You questioned me too many times, right? Now, here's the fun part. This defendant was a police officer who was sworn to protect and serve, did intentionally impede the duties of another sworn law enforcement. So you know what I hear from this? I'm the FBI agent, Rich. You're the cop. You have a gun, I have a gun. You're law enforcement, I'm law enforcement. But me being on the federal government, you being on the patrol level town, you offended me. So now I'm going to arrest you. That's what I'm hearing. This is what looks like it reads. This is the second layer to the nacho.
I don't understand but why did he take a plea if that's such utter shit?
You know why, though, Rich? Because he probably didn't have enough money to defend himself.
That's
you go
true.
up against the federal government, dude, they're throwing $100,000 at you.
That's true.
You're going to empty your savings account to go, I didn't really do that.
Yeah.
And they're going to make you feel like you're actually going to do 10 years in jail.
They're
going to say that.
Yeah. My one buddy got investigated by the FBI, and the grand jury, like the federal government, like brought him in front of a grand jury, and the grand jury, I think maybe twice, but I know once, and and the grand jury was like, "There's no crime here, no," and they dropped it. They just said, "Whoop, all right, cool, done."
So,
like, how the fuck? Like, you're the FBI. You're supposed to be like the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
The lead investigation.
With the U.S. Attorney's Office, the Federal Office of Attorneys, that like Pam Bondi's in charge of, like the most professional. And so, if you bring something to trial, or at least grand jury,
you can indict a hand
You're going to
sandwich.
go, you're going to get indicted. The grand jury is going to go, yes, there's definitely enough here that a
no
crime
defense case.
may have been committed.
Right.
And,
So, again, we've seen this time over time. It depends on the government. I hate to say this and sound like a conspiracy theorist, which I do love the differences in, the outcomes of things.
Yeah. Well, also, like, it's not a conspiracy to think that the government's going to abuse its power, because governments always abuse their power.
Spirit of the law and what the law actually is. If you're telling a good cop that he's corrupt and he gets mad at you, that's expected. I should be, as a seasoned law enforcement officer, expect you stop talking to me.
If you're a federal investigator and you're so offended that your investigation's obstructed because somebody says off or you, you're in the wrong profession.
Fuck off.
Yeah, like Bon Giovanni, whatever the fuck his name is.
He got convicted of things. And don't get me wrong, we all know in investigations we don't always get the top charge. We might go for a lower less.
Oh, yeah.
We don't know what's involved. But the way this release reads on the phone and the thing they put out, it's like, yeah, you offended an FBI guy and he threw the book at you.
You hurt his feelings, and now the FBI is going to arrest you and charge you with obstruction. And good luck paying the bills.
Now,
so then, like, what was the end result of what did he have to do? Did he pay a fine?
He's up for it here in May.
Up for what?
He's the sentencing, like, he's already made the deal. It's going to come up in May. We'll probably do a follow-up on this then to find out what really happens. But let's picture it this way. The Office of Special Investigations that's being run by Letitia James in the state of New York.
Fat.
I'm sorry. Did you say fat?
What did you say?
Fax?
Oh, I called her fat.
Oh, yeah, fax without a C, because she's a... Got it. Can I say that?
Yeah, it's probably just bleep it because it's YouTube.
It's YouTube, and I still got a boss. So the Office of Special Investigations will come in and investigate any homicide that an officer is involved in. Any serious critical incident that an officer is involved in.
Also, if you get 5 complaints in 2 years. This guy.
I got the whole set. I got me a bicycle. Anyways. No more patrol car. I'm walking. Anyways.
Rollerblades. They put me on rollerblades.
Could you imagine?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
There's Italian cops. Yeah, there's European cops that are on rollerblades.
Oh, that's European. They're gay.
Yeah, I know. They're really tight.
And there's no guns, and they blade their body to give the illusion they have a weapon.
Yep, and they just get shot up by.
Knife attacks like no tomorrow too.
Well, they also get shot up by what was it, the one French one? There was a terrorist attack where they had AKs and they just lit all these cops up. They executed one dude on the sidewalk. There's a video of it. It was brutal.
Yeah, I mean, we can dive into that.
Yeah, you say Allahu
So
Akbar.
the Office of Special Investigations come and will ask you some questions. Hey, Officer so-and-so, were you involved in this, that, or the other? Cool, because before you actually get to the facts, your name's all over the paper. All the news channels have picked it up.
Yeah.
They've besmirched your name, on it, done all the things. And I would just pleasantly like to say, I've been to Iraq twice. I go to church. My dad's a pastor. I raise a family. I pay my taxes. I'm a good guy. None of that ever hits the media, right?
Nope.
They just shit all over you, trash your entire career, put a ton of pressure on your administration to put more pressure on you because, hey, well, I have to have a job. So all this downward pressure wrecks your entire career.
Yeah.
And then at the end, when you're exonerated, because you usually are, because most cops, don't do the wrong thing. We're doing the right thing. It's just somebody wants to take the one snippet of something and make it bad.
Yeah.
But when you put Letitia James, New York State Attorney General, looking into this and that and all this, and the news puts you wreck the guy.
Yeah.
So with this detective that got accused of this with the federal government, well, how much did he go through? How many times did they call him this, that, or the other? And his wife and his family, well, you might be guilty. The guy that's been married for so long, had a family, has kids. Do the kids in the family question who their dad is?
Yeah.
Based on the they see on the media. So whether you're exonerated or not, it doesn't really matter. They already done the damage.
Oh, they've already done the damage.
So when somebody takes a plea deal, I leveraged you out of your retirement. I've taken your money. I made your family hate you. You have to justify yourself everywhere you go, even to your coworkers. I'm sure there's coworkers laying around everywhere that are like, oh, I bet he really did it.
Yeah.
Did what?
I
There's
bet
no
you
fucking
he
evidence.
did more. He took a plea to
Yeah.
obstruction.
Correct. So we deal with that. Now the tide has turned. I'm literally seeing the tide turn. I saw it turn with you. I see it in my own department. My own current leadership doesn't see it that way. They will look into it, and the facts are the facts.
Yeah.
There's no sentence before the investigation.
You say they see it. They don't see it that way. They don't see it as, oh, he's under investigation, therefore guilty.
No, they do everything to find your innocence. They follow where the facts lead you.
Yeah.
Like, this is the evidence. This is a fact. This is where we go. Cool. That's what it is.
Yeah.
F my emotions. They don't drive the investigation.
Well, I'll tell that to the FBI who got offended when he used an exuberant amount of.
Yeah, but have you met some of these dildos?
Yeah. I worked with the FBI, dude.
Yeah, that's right.
I was in Safe Streets. But then again, my Safe Streets is different than most of the FBI because Safe Streets is a bunch of jump out boys. Safe Streets is policing. Safe Streets is we look at specifically violent gang members and violent crime and, firearms movement. So if you're like, oh, hey, we're going to actually make some buys, surveil these dudes, jump out on them, get a warrant, and lock them up, charge them federally for firearms
I was going to say
possession.
the Fed case is real.
Yeah, like it's the boots on ground form of policing that the FBI does. That's one of the portions of it is Safe Streets. But you get to white collar crime, or you get to people that are who would investigate attorneys that are doing illegal activity? Would it be?
Well, I mean, how
yeah, there's
illegal are you talking?
there's
the bar
it's not the bar, but it is
the
another
morality part of
investigative
it.
unit in New York that investigates lawyers.
I was listening for the SVU tunes. Dun dun dun.
Bum 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 bum.
It's in my drink though. It's like a seashell.
Hear that? Yes, I will have another one. Thank you.
Do you want me to make you another drink?
Yeah. You know what? We are going to need another drink for the after show because that's the end of this episode of Overserved with Joe and I talking about a whole bunch of shenanigans. The after show is going to be a little bit more spicy. And the after show is only on Pepperbox. So if you want to join us over on Pepperbox for the after show, you go right ahead and you do that. Joe, are there any final words you'd like to say?
Do I have to keep my pants on for the after show?
No. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for coming on Overserved. Have a drink.